Hey, fitness instructors, let's talk about what to do in the summer or when classes slow down, but you still need to get paid as a fitness instructor. So let me know if that is you. By the way, I'm trying out a new mic, so let me know if you can hear me. Say yes down in the comments. And say yes if this is something that you want to know how to do. So if you're a fitness instructor and you love teaching your classes and you love helping people, say yes down in the comments. If you're teaching at a gym or you rent space or you do virtual classes or you own your own studio, say yes down in the comments. And if you've ever experienced slow season usually happens sometimes in the summer, sometimes in the winter, sometimes both, but ultimately it has nothing to do with you. It's really just the season. For the summer months, people go out of town. There's family in town. Instructors kind of leave. And so the attendance kind of dwindles. And what happens is some instructors either take some time off or they start consolidating their classes, which means that they teach less classes, especially if you rent space or if you own a studio. They start to do that. Or they just, stop teaching because there's not enough people to kind of come in. So slow season is a moment where instructors, we really do sometimes earn less because there's less people coming to our classes or we're teaching less classes. Unless you're one of the instructors who are subbing for the instructors who are out. So let me know if this is you, if you love helping people and it's the slow summer months and you're wondering how can you create extra income to make up for the people who are outside and doing summer stuff or holiday stuff or winter stuff. So if you've already tried maybe teaching more classes, but that's not really a possibility during the summer, or you've tried growing your classes, but that's really challenging during these slow summer months, or you're trying to go big on social media and get more followers, but again, the internet is also kind of slow because everybody's out there doing stuff. So maybe this is you, and if yes, say something in the comments. Maybe if you thought about going online and if I can just go online, then it doesn't matter because it's online and then everybody can join and I can make money that way. Or maybe you've already tried doing online classes and you're like, yeah, did that, tried that, didn't really work out, or I tried it during COVID, didn't like it, and it didn't work out for you. So say yes if any of these is you. We're going to talk about what to do instead that does not involve online classes to get some money in the bank for you as a passionate, wonderful fitness instructor that I know that you are. By the way, my name is Jessica. Hi, welcome to the stage. I specialize in helping fitness instructors create online programs so that you can make money online without having to teach additional classes and without having to grow the classes that you have and without stressing out about growing classes. It's summer. I have kids in the house. Okay. So the problem is not your classes. I mean, it is a slow season and not much that you can do. But when it comes to the behind the scenes money making aspect of why you're not making money during slow season or why you're not making enough money during busy season, it's not because of your format. It's not because of your classes. It's not because of your playlist. It's not because of your schedule. It's not because of the day of the week that you're teaching. It's not because your gym doesn't pay you enough. It's not because people don't want to work out nowadays. It's not because people don't really like doing online stuff. It's none of that. It's not the economy. It's none of that. Okay. The problem when instructors have both on busy season as well as in slow season is that classes are kind of like cupcakes. Who likes cupcakes? I like cupcakes. So classes are kind of like cupcakes. So let's say that you like baking cupcakes and you bake wonderful cupcakes and you love baking cupcakes. They're delicious. They make you happy. People like buying your cupcakes. They enjoy this. However, cupcakes take a long time to bake, right? And you can only sell them one at a time. So you're selling them at $5 each. So you love baking them. People love having them, but it takes a long time and you're doing $5 per cupcake. So if you want to pay a bill, let's say I have a minivan, I have 3 kids. So let's say that you wanted to use your cupcakes to pay for the monthly minivan payment, you would have to sell a lot of $5 cupcakes, right? You would have to sell a lot of those cupcakes. So what happens is that we become very frustrated with that, right? It's like, oh my God. And then you're baking cupcakes like crazy and it's not going to be enough, right? Or you barely make it. Another thing about baking cupcakes is that if you're not baking, you're not earning, right? If you're sick or you're injured or you go on vacation and you're not baking those cupcakes and people are not buying your cupcakes, so then you're not making money. Is this making sense? I'm making myself want some cupcakes now. So the problem isn't the cupcake. The cupcake is delicious, right? And in fitness, your classes are your cupcakes. So it's not your class that's the problem. You teach wonderful classes. Your format is a wonderful format, right? What you're doing, your playlist, like everything that you're doing inside your class is awesome, right? Your cupcakes are awesome. The problem is that your big dreams and big goals are too small for cupcakes, right? Or your cupcakes are too small for your big dreams. Your cupcakes are too small for those big bills, right? So we can't pay a mortgage with cupcakes. So then that becomes a problem. And during the slow months where you're not baking cupcakes, right? Or you're not teaching or people aren't coming to classes, then you're not earning. Same thing goes for when you're injured or when you're sick, right? So we have these same situations. Now imagine that you keep baking cupcakes. The cupcakes makes you happy, but you also create a kit. This is like a do-it-yourself kit to create your own cupcakes. And during this kit or this bundle, right, it still has your ingredients. It still has your secret sauce, right? It's still, you're the one telling them the step-by-step process of how to create your cupcakes. And it still has like your flair of awesomeness, but they get to do it themselves on their own. So, and you sell this kit online so that you don't have to like be baking the cupcakes. They are baking the cupcakes. It's a do-it-yourself cupcake thing. And you can sell this at $200 per client. Now think about that, right? People can buy your $200 cupcake kit anytime, even if it's slow months, even if you're sick, even if you're injured, even if you're on vacation, people can still purchase that $200 kit by themselves. And it's a premium thing, right? You're not just giving them a cupcake, you're giving them the whole plan, the whole strategy, the whole step-by-step everything so that they can bake their cupcakes as many times as what they want, which is why you're charging $200 for it, not $5, right? So you're making way more money per client versus the cupcake, right? Not only that, but because it's online, anyone can buy from anywhere, not just the people who can drive to your bakery and like buy your cupcakes. So fitness classes are like cupcakes. Okay, they're wonderful. They make you happy. They make everybody happy, but they're going to be small. And if you have big dreams, right, like making $5,000 months, $10,000 months, right, paying the mortgage with that, going full time with your fitness, maybe quitting your job, cupcakes or classes are just not going to cut it. So that's why it's important to have a online program. That's the equivalent to like the baking kit, right? And now an online program, let me know if you've heard about online programs, because not a lot of fitness instructors have, okay? This is a little bit more common in the personal training world. Personal trainers are creating programs. And if you're a personal trainer, you can definitely 100% create a program as well. But it's very new for fitness instructors. Fitness instructors like, don't, this is something new. What most instructors think about when I say or when they hear about an online program is like, oh, I'll just do my classes online and that's a program, right? And that's why some instructors are like, no, I tried it online and it didn't work. That's because you did online classes, not an online program. So online classes is just like your cupcake, but now it's an online cupcake. But it's still a cupcake, okay? So if you're teaching classes in person, it's still a $10 drop-in, right? Or a $20 drop-in. If you do your class online, it's still a $10 drop-in or a $20 drop-in. It's still a class. It's just an online class. It's still a workout. So the fact that it's online doesn't make it a program. It just makes it online. So yes, you might be able to teach less because you're duplicating yourself, but it doesn't solve the money problem because it's still cupcakes. It's still a class. It's an online class, a virtual class, a Zumba class, a yoga class, a 30-minute class, an anime. It's still a workout, right? So you're still selling a workout. So you're not changing the product. You're not making it a premium product either. So then you're stuck because you're going to have the same problem as with your normal classes, which is you need to do a bunch of them. You either need to do a bunch of classes or you need a bunch of students in your classes, or you need a bunch of students while you teach a bunch of classes, and then maybe you still won't hit $10,000, right? Not a month, okay? So what is a program? And by the way, say yes if this is making sense. I'm super curious, by the way, where are you watching this from? Summer, everyone's kind of like in and out. I just went to Mexico City. I came back. I'm back home, and then I'm going to get ready to go visit my parents as well. So I'm curious, what's your summer like? Let me know a little bit about you in the comments. Okay. So in fitness, what's an online program? An online program is going to be a step-by-step process that you take your people from point A to point B to accomplish a goal, right? This is very different than a class where it's just a fun workout, right? A class is a way to stay active or get active. A program is a way for your people to accomplish a goal. A goal can be, and there's lots of things that go into like what a program is, what types of goals, what's a good goal, what's a meh goal. a lot of skill goes into defining that, but that's what a program is. It's helping people achieve a goal in a time period. Now, your program includes workouts, so it's going to have an online element of your workouts, but it's not just the workouts. Okay, it's the workouts, it's the step-by-step plan, it's the accountability, it's the additional resources that your people are going to need to accomplish that goal faster. Okay, so it's a comprehensive approach to dealing with that one specific goal that your people want. Now, with a program, I recommend, and this is something that I recommend my own clients. I teach fitness in the Fitness Boss program. This is what I teach instructors what to do, right? I go through the step-by-step process of creating what their program is going to be, figuring out what to price their programs, figuring out who to talk to, who they're going to tell about their programs, what to say about their programs, how to sell their programs, how to post about it, like all of it, so that they can be launching their own programs. But I'm going to tell you the same thing that I would tell them. And that is to start with a 30-day online fitness program that you charge around $200 as a minimum. Okay. So if you don't have a $200 something, right? If you're teaching $20 drop-in classes or $60 for a membership or a punch card, you need a premium thing. Not a bigger version of your classes, not like a 6-month, punch card. You need a different product that's premium. Okay. So starting with a 30-day program that's $200 will get you into this like green zone. If you are, and the reason I like $200 is because you just need 5 people to make $1,000. That's it. Just 5 people. Okay. You don't need to teach 5 classes. You don't need to have 50 people in your classes. You don't need thousands of followers. Now, if you get 5 students into your classes, you don't make $1,000. And so you do the math. Okay, think about, if you're teaching at a gym, if you teach 5 extra classes, it's the summer, you're subbing at 5 extra classes, do you make $1,000? If you teach if you rent space or you do virtuals or you own your own studio, think about what 5 extra students would do to your classes, right? If you have 5 extra students or 5 extra students to your classes, do you make $1,000? Probably not. But with a program, you do, right? So that's the power of having an online program. And what's cool is that once your program is done, you can sell it over and over and over again, even while you're on vacation, even if you're sick, even if you're injured and you have to not teach for a whole month because your shoulder's recovering or your hip or your knee or fitness instructors. We use our body. So our body sometimes breaks down. And when our body breaks down, our income goes down, and that doesn't need to happen. Okay. Because this is what happened to Pam. So Pam has an online program. She started with a 30-day, but now she has a 90-day program. Okay. She had a client while she was on vacation. She was on a cruise, and she sent me a message and she's like, I just booked a client. She made over almost $900 while she was on her cruise. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't you like to make almost $1,000 while you're on a cruise? She did that while not teaching classes, while being on vacation, right? While being on some cool place in the world. She still made money. There's still money in the bank for her, right? I went to Mexico City with my family, which was lovely and great. I still managed to make $3,000 on a slow month. Okay. So if you want to, when it's the slow months and classes kind of slow down, if you have just one online program, that becomes your main income for the slow months, right? That's your backup plan. And during the rest of the year, you're teaching classes, doing all this. And then during the summer, your online program saves you. That's how you make money those months. During the busy season, you can double your income. because now you're making what you normally make with your classes on top of what you're making with your online revenue. So now you have two revenue streams, which means you make double the money without having to double your schedule, without having to stress about whether people are coming to your class or not, because your online stuff is different, right? That you only need 5 people to really make a difference. And once you get really good at creating programs, right, you can increase the prices of your programs, same 30-day, but now make it 300, or make it a 6 weeks and make it 500, or you can make it a 90-day program and make it $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, right? The better you get at that skill, the more that you can charge. And that's how you get to those bigger months. This is making sense? Yes. So whether you want to hit an extra $1,000 a month during the slow season, a 30-day program, a 30-day online program can help you do that. Or if you want to make an extra $1,000 on top of what you make with your classes during busy season, a 30-day online program can help you do that, right? If you want steady income when you're not teaching, like when you're on vacation or when you're sick or when you're injured, having a 30-day online program can help you do that, right? If you want to double your income during the busy season, a 30-day program can do that. And if you want to hit bigger months, right? Let's say that you're stuck at $2,000 teaching classes. If you want to hit $5,000, $10,000 months, which I have done multiple times, guess what? With one program, right? You can do that with a program. For that, we need to change strategy. For that one, you will need a 90-day program, not a 30-day. Okay. But it is possible. You can do it. And if you're a personal trainer, I can get you started with the 90-day at $1,000 like this fast. Like it's very, very doable. So what to do next? If this makes sense to you, but you're like, okay, I get it, but where to start? I got you. Okay. I just created the Secret Pink book that is going to walk you through all of the steps. This Secret Pink book is absolutely free. I want you to have it because I want you to become a money-making fitness boss that I know is inside of you. Okay. So inside the free book, you're going to know what really is getting you stuck so that you understand that it's not about your classes. Your classes are great and wonderful. You're an awesome instructor already. Okay. The difference between a class and a program, so that you know the difference. So when you're launching online, you launch a program. Okay, people will pay $200 or more for a program. They won't pay $200 for a class. So it's very important that you understand what's the difference so that you don't charge $200 for a class, because then they're going to say no. Okay. It's going to also talk about the 9 different things that a program needs to have. So a program, it's not just about, 30 days of Zumba, 30 days of yoga. Here you go. You get 5 workouts. That's not going to be enough for a $200 price tag. So it's not about what to lower your prices or what your prices. How do you increase your value? Okay. That's the mindset that I want you to have. It's not how can I sell more or how can I give more discounts? No. How can you help people better? How can you get them better results? How can you help them achieve what they want faster? Those are the things that make you premium. You can be teaching for 30 years, but if you're still teaching classes, you won't be able to charge $500, $2,000 for your skill. Even though you have decades of experience, you'll be stuck at the punch card or membership, tier of charging for your expertise. But once you make it into a program, you'll be able to charge what you're really worth. But you need to know what a program involves. And there's 9 different elements that your program needs to have in order to be at that level. Okay. I'll also provide examples of real life examples of $200-ish programs that have sold. These are the programs that my clients did. That's something that we created together. Each one of those programs is unique. They all went through the same process. They all followed the same 5-step plan to get that created and designed and out into the world and sold. But those examples are things that are selling right now. Okay. That's not something hypothetical. That's how my clients are making money right now. And it's how you can make money as well. And then how to pre-sell your program. So I believe in that you don't have to work for free. And when most when most business coaches will teach you, and this is also what most normal people kind of think about when you're selling something is, I'm going to tell people about it. I'm going to post on Facebook or socials or things like that. And then I'm going to, I think I'm going to create my program. I'm going to create my program, upload it, and then I'm going to tell people about my program, and then I'm going to sell my program. And I work the other way around. Okay. I pre-sell your program first. So we don't even have it There's no recordings. There's no posting. There's no anything. We just directly pre-sell your program so that there's money in the bank first. Okay. And then once there's money in the bank, now we create the program because now we know that they actually want it. We're not creating something like, man, I did this great thing and nobody said yes to it. No, you didn't create it. Now they said yes to it. There's money in the bank. Now you create it. And now that you know how to tell people about your program and you have a program, then we post. So actually teach you how to pre-sell it without any posting. So anyway, if you want access to the secret pink book, just say pink down in the comments and I'll send it to you totally for free, so that you can start creating income even during the summer months. And this goes for the winter months or when you're injured or when you're, I was going to say something else, like taking a break. Anyway, if you have any questions about this, let me know and put in the comments. If you know of anyone who should know more about this, tag them in this post. I'd like them to see. And I'll see you on the next one. Actually, I'll see you next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central.